Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Always do your best, but don't overdo. Always do your best, but don't overdo. When you overdo, you deplete your body and go against yourself. When you overdo, it takes longer to accomplish your goal. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow up 85, Nasdaq up 31, S&P's up 9.5, gold contract up $9.90, trading at $1,616 an ounce. Silver up 32 cents at $28.22 an ounce. Platinum, what a move, up 47 bucks at $1,442 an ounce. Copper up 3.5 pennies at $3.38 a pound. Light sweet crude up 82 cents at $95.15 a barrel. Bonds down 19 ticks at 145.17. King dollar down 25 ticks at 82.45, and the euro up 67, trading out at 123.57. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world, folks, in the world of the S&Ps, what are we doing? Here we go. You're up 9.38. You're at 1414.93. Now, what we did is this, folks. We got to 1417.44. Bottom line, you got over the May 1st high. You closed underneath it. We traded 500, let's update this a little. It was 557 a minute ago. So it's 590 million shares. Now, when you go back to May 1st, you traded 771. That's anemic in itself. So bottom line, the correlation inside the S&P going into that swing point, couldn't hold the swing point, had lighter volume, that's a failure. Now, Dow Industrials. Let's go to the Dow. Take a look at the Dow. Dow Industrials, you're at 13,250. We went to 13,269. The Dow, no doubt, can go, you're into the bar of the high of the May 1st. Can it go hit 13,338? Yeah, that's easy, because it's only, what, 80 bucks away. So we'll see whether it wants to tag that tomorrow, particularly a Friday, coming in on a Friday. Now, NASDAQ. We go into the NASDAQ. NASDAQ up 31 bucks today. You're at 3062. You are into the May 1st high. 3085 is the number. So I suspect more than likely you're going to see the NASDAQ hit that number also. Volume-wise, not there, no doubt. Volume-wise, what we did out here inside the NASDAQ is that we did 1.9 billion, which is not bad. 1.9 billion is not bad, actually. You know, if we go into the SPY next, the SPY, what you're going to see is this. What the SPY did 100 million shares going into 138 million and going into 151 million. Now, what the SPY did, folks, is this. So check this out. This is important to understand the correlation of how I look at the markets, and I combine the volume for the NYSE with the actual SPX. And this is a perfect example so I can show you why. The SPY, folks, the May 1st high is 141.66. The SPY closed at 141.99. Now, we had 100 million shares versus 138 million. In that context there, the SPY is saying, hey, listen, man, you closed over it, so that puts it that you can go to the 142.21. That's how that's set up. Now, with the divergence, it's not really divergence, where the key comes in understanding why I do the SPY, SPY, versus the just flat out using the Dow number or the NASDAQ number is this. Is that the SPY does not, the SPX does not trade. The only way that the number can be had on the SPX is all the 500 underlying stocks that are inside the SPX trade to make up that number. And what I found years ago is that you can push the future. So let's go over to the future for a second. ESU2. You can push the future number. The swing point on the future was 1406. We're at 1412. That wants to go tag. In fact, it did tag the 1413.50. It hit 1415.50 and closed underneath that. But bottom line is that so you can push the future, they can push the SPY, but the actual SPX is the actual number, the mathematical number, that when the markets are opened as to where it goes. So this is going to be really cool because we're really going to be able to see tomorrow, bottom line, is it going to hold for the week? 877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at the gold contract. We had a little action out here today in the commodity markets. Now, gold up 970. What we didn't get, though, is that we didn't get the juice behind the move. We got 100 million shares behind the move. We're going to need more than 100 million shares, contracts rather, folks. We need something in the tune of about 120, 130. We're real close, though, to breaking topside. So it's going to be, it's going to make the run. We're at 1616. It's going to make that run for 1633. The actual gold equities today, they acted good. They acted real good. Dollar index. Now, let's go over to the dollar index. What we have with the dollar index is this. She closed at 82.44 at the lower end of the range. So she traded all the way up to 82.96, did 19,000 contracts. Not a huge amount of movement, but bottom line is that, it's like, okay, you went into the swing point. Excuse me, folks. The last swing point with actually more volume. That's saying that tomorrow morning, Friday's going to be a big day, period. Particularly between gold and the dollar. The 82.45 level, that can get down to 82.06 again. I'd like to see it hold there. Bonds. Let's go take a look at the bond market. Now, what we have with bonds is this. 30-year bond. 30-year bond is at 145.16. It did 396,000 contracts, and it didn't hold price. It was rejecting that low for a bit today. Bottom line, didn't reject it, still at it, meaning 145.17. It's still, you had an expansion of volume from yesterday. Yesterday we did 375,000 contracts. We did 394 today. It's coming into about 400. 425 or something. Bottom line, though, is that we have 144.13 on the horizon. So we'll see how it ends up coming down into that level. Some of the high-volume stocks in a low-volume market out here, this is what you had. Facebook. We'll go back to Facebook in a second. So Facebook was down $1.33, 19.87. You had Cisco up $1.67 to 19.02. Groupon's done. Groupon was down 32 cents, $5 that's trading at. Applied Material held price today, which is pretty good. 11.98. We had Symantec was up 32 cents. Idenix Pharmaceutical down 2.47. Do not touch that stock. That stock's going to $3, folks. It's $5.84 right now. If we do go over to Facebook and take a look at Facebook, so this is what we had with Facebook today, folks, was the first day of the lockup. Now, the beginning of the lockup was supposed to have 200 million shares, but what was coming across the pike, we were talking about the last few days, there were plenty of early investors that transferred their B shares, which are the voting shares, into A shares. So today what you actually had is you had 270 million shares available to sell. What you're going to have come this November is 1.9 billion altogether. So forget it. I mean, don't even think about stepping into this deal. And what was interesting is that yesterday I was talking about, I guess it was yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, it was actually this morning. I was talking to Steve and I at our program this morning. I was talking about the next thing you're going to hear out here with the analysts with Facebook is that, hey, listen, they were supposed to go public at $18. This is a fair value at $18 to basically get you to buy the stock. Sure enough, I was out at lunchtime. First thing I heard, guy that already is trapped at Facebook at $40, at the high $20. What is he out there yapping? He's yapping that, hey, Facebook worth $20 all day long. That's going to be the new wrap. Facebook's going to $13, folks. That's the ABC structure on the way down. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.